Hi, and welcome back to Real Talk. I'm First Lady Phoebe. This is Tim, and we're here again to tell you more about how to have a better quality of life and how to not fall for scandals and schemes like Noelle Randall's. Tim, I think you could tell the people how can they have a better quality of life and where should they start? What is this channel even about besides Noelle?
Well, besides unveiling some of the criminal activities of some of the people in our community, those frauds, those corporations, those people, this is also, I think you can look at it as a lifestyle channel. A channel where you're going to get straight up talk, straight up knowledge, truth, only the truth. You know, a lot of us do know and realize that we are part of the original people that were and that are here presently.
And have always been here.
Always been here. And the first step to bettering your life for yourself is first, you have to know who you are. You have to do your inner work. See, you're a spiritual being having a human experience. This experience is a 3D experience. Everything in this 3D experience is conceived through the mind. First. Cars, trucks, clothing, food, whatever you can think of is first conceived through the mind.
You can conceive happiness through your mind first. If you want to experience wealth, conceive it through your mind first. You have to work with what you got. We know it's tough out here. We know how it can be. But that doesn't mean you have to give up. We don't want you to give up. We want you to keep going. And in that direction, only you know.
The people who have been in our tribes have always been kings, and have always been kings and queens and chiefs. We have a long legacy of strong people. We are the strongest people, the melanated ones. And what we're here to do, as we said, is to show you a better way of life.
We're here to tell you our story.
Our story.
Not his story. Our story is, I'm Cherokee. His story is, he's Shawnee. This is our story. What we were taught in schools is it's ass backwards.
In
Just
fact,
like Noelle Randall's
taught,
teachings,
are
ass
backwards. Yes. Everything is told to you
in reverse. A lot of us are not from Africa. A lot of us need to start with knowing who we are. The reason this man wears these hats while we wear our hats is because that's what we've always done as the original people. Bass Reeves, a lot of you should look up. That was the original marshal.
One of my heroes.
Of the United States, Bass Reeves. And they imitated the Long Ranger after Bass Reeves. Cherokee Bill was the baddest man in the West. Look some of this stuff up.
He was the first Texas Ranger.
That's right.
If you look back in history, look how many things we've done. Even though there's been so much diversity, so much pain, diversity, you know, because we need to stick to ourselves. Really, that's how the Black Wall Street was built, was us working with each other, communicating with each other, blood and sweat to uplift the race, you know, the whole of the people. And that's what we're here to do.
That's right. Without it being a rat race. You know, when a lot of these people get money, these scammers, they forget about us. They forget about their people. It doesn't have to be like that. You can be successful and still help the community, just like we're doing. We didn't realize so many people were taken advantage of by Noelle Randall. But once we started making these videos, we rediscovered a whole new purpose. And that's why we have to keep going with our message of you discovering you. Because that's through trial, error, living life.
Sure.
Your purpose is constantly redefined.
And she's absolutely right. Your life is like a mosaic, like a painting. You're constantly painting on it, and it gets better, or it gets worse and worse. It depends upon what you think. You know, you have to affirm to yourself that you're going to do better. You have to put yourself in a certain vibration. Everything in this universe is based on vibes. Based on vibrations. You know, there's a law of correspondence. There's so many laws of nature, of God, that you need to be in tune with, that you're already in tune with, but you have to go within.
Look up the 7 Hermetic principles, and you'll be able to see what some of those laws of nature are, and you'll see how they come up in your life.
You see how they correspond to your everyday dealings,
Yes,
your life.
cause and effect. You get what you put out there.
That's right.
Hot and cold, polarity. You know, there's a lot of things that are reflective of day-to-day life, and we just have to start by sitting with ourselves. Some call it meditation, some call it prayer, some call it introspection. But you have to sit with yourself, see what you're good at, spend time with yourself. Be open to love. You never know where you'll find love. It could be at the grocery store.
And once you understand yourself, then you will understand everything that's outside of you. And then you're able to navigate through life.
Which is overstanding.
That's
you
right.
You can overcome. That's where that overstanding comes, but you have to start with understanding. Then you can understand, so you can overstand. You got to be open. Be open to love. Be open to yourself. Be open to seeing, hey, you may be a little screwed up. You got to fix some things. But don't be codependent on anybody else.
No.
Don't be codependent on anyone
You
else.
can do anything if you set your mind to it. And now is a wonderful time to be alive because you can take advantage of so many things to make your life better. This is the best time in history to be living, where there's so much knowledge, but you have to be a critical thinker.
You got to be discerning.
That's right.
You know, you got to learn from examples. You got to take heed. You have to listen. If you listen, you can benefit even from fools because you'll know what not to do.
That's right.
You'll know what moves not to make. That's the same thing you try to do for your children. You make a few mistakes and then you tell them, hey, don't make these same mistakes. Mama's already been there. Well, that's what we're trying to, Auntie, Uncle, First Lady, Phoebe, Tim, we're trying to tell you, hey, we've been there. Don't fall in the same trap. And if you did fall in the trap, you can get out of it. You don't have to take it laying down.
See, that's the problem with too many of us. We don't speak up. You know, if you look in the media, most of our men have become demasculized.
Emasculated.
That's
completely.
right.
And there's nothing wrong with, you know who, the alphabet LGBTQR, there's nothing wrong with that.
To each his own.
Exactly. But we're saying that our men in particular, there are very few images, unless they're on the sports channel, of a masculine man.
And men need to stand up. You need to stand up for your families.
Yes.
You need to stand up for yourself. You need to stand up for what you believe in. And part of the reason why we have this movement that we're gathering against Noelle is to bring us all together.
Yes.
For us all to talk.
Yes.
For us all to be able to relate and compare and help each other out.
And not take any BS from these outside people.
No.
They think they can come in and skinfolk can scam us. No, skinfolk is not kinfolk.
No.
Well, let's let them know that we won't let this shit fly.
That's right. And that's why we're attacking Noelle on YouTube also, because we want to attack her socially. We want everyone on YouTube to unsubscribe to her channel because it's full of bullshit.
Yes, it's all full of BS, and a lot of you can already see that. So we're here to tell you, don't give up. Once you unsubscribe, keep on your journey to success, because like I said, if you looked at her video, you're on your way somewhere. And that place only you know, because you got to keep going and you got to keep flowing.
That's right. Well, anything else you want to say to the people?
I want to say I love you and I appreciate you.
We sure
and
do.
We'll be back in the next video with more on how you can be more in tune with you. Live life to the fullest.
And I want, as I do at the end of every video, I want to put Noelle on notice. I see you. You can't hide. I'm coming to get you. I want justice. She's trying to hide. Well, I want justice for me,
justice
for you,
for me, and justice for all of us.
All of us.
That's just us.
That's right.
We'll see you soon.